Yes, I did just make the whole Polish mafia family post, but I had this thing where I'm really crap at keeping up with YouTube channels, but when I first start, I'm all for it because it's fun and new and exciting. So I just want to make a quick video explaining why, if you're already thinking about it, then it might be a good idea to live alone at university. Let me explain what I mean. If you are going into university and thinking, oh, I really don't want to live with students, I'm just not that kind of person, I don't really like clubbing and drinking and all that. Not that there's anything wrong with it, it's just not your particular cup of tea. I would suggest do it for first year, go into halls, because that's an experience everyone should have. And it is fun, it can be frustrating at times, but it's fun. If you still feel that way, or you've started to feel that way by second year, and you keep coming back to this idea of living on your own, even if you've checked out houses with other people, checked out spare rooms, all that, and you still keep coming back to this thought of, should I live alone? The answer is probably yes. So these are the reasons why I think living on your own is good, and if you listen to all of these and think, yeah, that all sounds fantastic, then it might be something to consider. So 1, and I have got a list, so sorry if I keep looking, peace and quiet. It's really quiet, it's relaxing after you get back from a long day of lectures. It's particularly good for getting a lot of work done on your assignments and stuff. So if you're the really studious type, then yeah, that's a pretty good thing. 2, the cleanliness of it all. It will always be your level of clean. So even if you're a total slob, there's no one to complain about it. If you're a total neat freak, there's no one to mess it up. So that's great. And no one will ever steal your mug or something, and then you get it back a month later and it's covered in mould. That's never fun. 3, there'll be no arguments, no random shouting matches over who forgot to take the bins out, and no one complaining at that guy who always has his girlfriend around constantly. No one likes that guy. Don't be that guy. 4, just sort of general preferences, you'll always get to watch what you want to watch on TV, no one will complain about the smell of your food if you've done something smelly like fish. 5, I haven't had a bill yet, I'll be very honest about that, but you do get to keep a close eye on what you use. So for instance, no one will crank up the heating really high when you only need it quite low, and no one will have a 30-minute shower even though you've been very careful and only had 5-minute showers. Plus, even though bills will be slightly more expensive, you'll never have to chase anyone up for money, which is never a fun thing. I've had to do that and it's not pleasant. 6, sort of related to the last point, no one will ever steal your stuff. You're never gonna go to make a cup of tea and then realise someone took the last of your milk. Not good in Britain. That is a very bad thing to do. It's bad tea etiquette. 7, everything's waiting for you. You're never gonna have to stand outside the toilet waiting, practically bursting, about to wet yourself because some girl is in there putting her makeup on, which is apparently more important than your bladder. 8, you get to walk around naked. Woo! I don't do that, but you can. 9, if you have a hobby, particularly a noisy hobby, like playing the trumpet or singing or YouTube vlogging, you can do that and no one's going to be annoyed at the noise. And on the other side of that, if you have quite a quiet hobby like yoga or meditating or sleeping a lot, there's going to be no one making loads of noise and disrupting that. So that's good. And finally 10, this is the big question everyone asks. Everyone always asks this. Won't you get lonely? Yes, of course sometimes you'll get lonely. Many years ago, because think about it, you've got Facebook, so you can go on and see if there's anyone to talk to. You've got Skype, so you can go on there if there's anyone to talk to and actually have a proper conversation with them, maybe even have the camera up so you can do it kind of face to face. You have your mobile phone, or a landline, like I've got behind me, so you can always call your friends, or if they're not available you can call home if you're feeling a bit homesick. You can actually, heaven forbid, but you can go outside and find people that you know to talk to, or even invite them over. That's another good thing. You won't have to share the place with anyone, so no one's going to complain about you inviting friends around at the last second. Yeah, I just think if this thought of living alone has been circling your head, it's really something to look into, because if you're the type who would prefer to live alone, you can feel a lot lonelier surrounded by people but not feeling like you fit in than if you're actually on your own. So please don't base your decision entirely on this. I would hate if someone did this and then felt absolutely horrendous living on their own. But if I've said all these things and they've sort of rung true with you, have a good think about it. Check places out. The rent isn't always going to be as high as you think it is. This place is pretty typical rent for a student room, and I get a whole flat, so it's worth thinking about. And I just hope this helps some of you, because I know if I'd ended up in a house this year, I would have been absolutely miserable. So yes, I hope that helps. If you've got any questions, do ask. I can't believe how dark it's gotten, what the hell. But yes, if you have any questions, leave a comment or send me a message and I will try to answer them. Okay, hope everyone has a good uni year or whatever. It's got awkward all of a sudden. Bye!